Hi everyone, Holly Pike here from SVG for Fun and Profit. Today I'm going to show you how to put together my little luminary boxes. This is one, it's a Christmas tree. You can see the light inside. This is another one, it's a little snowman. I'm going to show you how I went about putting them together and using the vellum after I cut them. Now if you're using a Cricut, then there are instructions in this file that I'm going to be putting in here for you for free. There are instructions in here on how to make the folding lines into score lines if you have a scoring tool. If you have a Cameo, I have the same instructions. It's a little bit different for Cameo. And if you have a scan and cut, I've also put instructions in there for that. So please read the README file first. Okay? With that said, these are cute little luminaries, and this is what you're going to need. You're going to need some kind of pretty paper. I always go the wrong way. Pretty paper. It's about 80-pound cardstock. You can use heavier, just adjust your blades accordingly. Then you'll need to put, you'll need to have, as I said, cardstock, and you'll need vellum. Now vellum is the kind of see-through paper that you get inside of wedding invitations and special occasion invitations. There's all kinds. There's polka dots. Let's see, these are polka dots. And then there's plain. This is a little thicker. And then there's swirlies. And I got all of these on, you guessed it, Amazon. So just go and look up vellum paper and it'll all come up for you. So you'll need a sheet of that, or how many sheets you're going to make. How many luminaries you're going to make, you'll need that many sheets. They usually come in 12 by 12. You will need glue to glue them together. I use glue strip. You just roll it, and I'll turn this on here, and you just roll it, and it applies glue onto the paper. That's kind of handy. These are glue dots. And you roll it, and it applies a whole bunch of little dots. You can use that. That works pretty well. You can also use a photo glue stick. That'll work, but you will have to hold it until it adheres. You can use something like Tombow applique, a non-toxic, acid-free glue. This is a clear glue. And I like, one of my favorites is tacky glue. I've been using this forever on projects. And you can use this. You could use tape if you like, so you can, slice them apart and use them next year. But I kind of feel like they're just so easy to make. I just make new ones with new paper because I find new paper every year. And then, of course, you will need tea lights. You would never put a live flame, an open flame in these because they are paper. So you would use tea lights, LED tea lights. And these I think I got from Walmart. But again, you can get them on Amazon, no problem. They come in a box of, looks like 6. So you'll need one for each of your luminaries. This is how they come packaged. And they already have a battery in them. So you just need to pull out this little orange tab before you use it and turn it on, and the light turns on. So that's pretty easy. Okay, I'll pull that one out and get that one ready. Okay, once you have your paper that you've chosen, you choose your paper. Once you have that, then you're going to send your design to the machine. And you can see here that my Cricut cut this, and it looks like it did a pretty darn good job. So I put the paper down pretty side down. So when you do this, you want to put it pretty side down so that the score lines are inside and you still have the pretty paper on the edges. So you can see here, my edges still have the pretty paper. If I put it pretty side down, it's going to cut through that top layer and you're going to have white edges on your box. And maybe that's what you want, and if that's what you want, that's great. Go ahead and do that. But that's not what I wanted. So you'll cut your design, and then I'm just going to lift this off here. I haven't done anything to lift that. This is one thing I love about the Cricut. It just cuts first time every time. And then I'm going to just lift this off my mat very carefully. Once I do that, there are fold lines in there. You can see the score lines. I don't know if you all can see them, but you'll see them when you do it. You're just going to fold it in like that on your score lines to get ready for glue. Then these fold in. These little pointy things fold in. Just like that. Now you're ready to glue this together. But you also need to put your vellum on your mat, and there's a template for the vellum, so it'll cut it the right size. You need to cut your vellum. Once you've cut your vellum, you have 5 pieces. It looks to me like there's a right side and a wrong side, but I'm not positive about that. So I'm just going to take my piece of paper to protect my work surface, and I'm going to put some glue on my vellum. One thing about these tapes, if you don't get the angle right, they don't work right every time. So, just keep that in mind and be a little bit patient with it. Now I'll take the box top and just glue my vellum over the opening, just like that. So you don't have just, here's the difference. If you don't glue it open, you're going to see this. Okay, it's going to look kind of weird. But, I'm sorry, if you leave it open, you're going to see that candle sticking out. But if you put the vellum in, it's prettier. It's just prettier. So use the vellum. Okay, so that's what you'll do, and you'll do that with all 4 sides of the box and with the top. Okay? Okay. So, let's get the rest of our box. Now I have several tools, spatula tools. There's one that comes with Cricut, and it's okay. It's okay. You have to work a little harder to get your project up without damaging it. This one's just an old paint spatula, and that works well. But this one is a spatula from Glitter Eye Candy, and notice it's longer, so I can slide this under here real easy and get my paper off without any damage. So it's a nice long spatula. That's from Glitter Eye Candy, and that's my friend Dawn. This one is Cricut. It works. You just have to be a little more careful. And this is just a cheap little paint spatula. So make your choice. Now on the box is going to fold in on those score lines. And then there's a score line on the sides of 2 sides. Just going to fold on all the score lines so that it's ready to fold up and glue. Fold in these score lines. Not hard, it's just you need to know how to do it. And lots of times, I notice, particularly from the Silhouette store, they don't always give you instructions. And I like instructions. I like to know what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So now you have a choice. When you have all your folds ready to go, you have a choice. You can either put it together so that that tab is on the outside, or so the tab is on the inside. It just depends on the look that you want. Mine are done on the inside so that it's a nice flat edge. But after reconsidering, I almost think I want them on the outside to give it a very good, clean connection. So let's put some glue on these. I'm going to use the dots just because they're handy. I'm going to run some dots on there. I'm just putting them on the little wings right now. Also, these glue dots are nice because your hands don't get all stuck with glue when you're trying to put something together and getting that on your project. So I'm just going to put that together like that and press it down. Put this one together and just match it up. Press it together. Same thing here. The glue dots are over a little bit on the paper, but that's all right. They will just wipe away. They'll just pull away. So you notice I can just pull them off. It's real easy. And there's still plenty of glue on there, so that's not a problem. Make sure that they fit snug to the corners so that you actually have a little box. Okay, so you can see that's all together. I forgot to put my vellum in there, but that's okay. We can do it now. It's not a big deal. Just run some glue and just reach inside. And put the vellum in. I get excited and I get ahead of myself. Okay. I love these little boxes. They're nice little gifts you can give. You could put a gift inside here, a gift card, or maybe some little treats or something of that nature you can put inside. Or just a candle. Tea light. An LED tea light. Not a hot flame. These will burn, they're paper. It's best if you put the vellum in before you assemble the box, but it doesn't matter. If you make a mistake, it's not a big deal. Nothing is beyond being able to be fixed. Okay, so my vellum is in there. See all four sides. And now we'll do the box. The box is pretty easy. Again, you have this little tiny tab, this little pointy tab, and I'm just going to put it together so the tab is on the outside. And again, I'll just use my little dots. Oops, do it on the inside. You see where I have the paper here, don't you now? Because it would be all over my table. And you don't need much for these little tabs. Just need enough to secure them. Because as I said, I don't look at this project as every year I'm going to pull these particular ones out and save them. I just make new ones. Because they're kind of fun to make. And if you have kids, kids love to do stuff like this. So if you have kids, you can just have them do the gluing and put them together. Okay. Now we're going to put the top on. And there's our box. The top fits on very nicely. We'll put the light inside. And here we have our luminary. Oops, that one came off. Yep. We have our luminary box. You can put a gift in there, or a gift card, or you can just leave it as a luminary out with the candles, and that's the box. So in this gift for you with this video, I have two. I have the snowman, and I have the Christmas tree. So there you have it. That's how to put together my luminary boxes, and I hope you just have all kinds of fun. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit subscribe. I have a goal of 1,000 subscribers, and you can really help me out there. And if you're on YouTube, hit the bell, because that will notify you of new videos and new things that I have for you. If you haven't come on over to my blog yet, please do. It's www.svgforfunandprofit.com, and there's lots of things to read there and a lot of helpful things, and I'd love to have you come join us. I'm also on Facebook, SVG for Fun and Profit, and on MeWe. And the MeWe channel is Cricut, Silhouette, and Scan and Cut, etc. So come join us. Again, I'm Holly Pike. Thanks for joining me from www.svgforfunandprofit.com.